Now this is a key to the Great Wall Motors ORA electric hatchback, and the price is starting from Kenya shillings 5.9 million. Do you reckon this is your next electric hatchback? We start this particular review by taking a look at the design phase of this particular vehicle, and my oh my, as you can see, the design is very contemporary, urban, retro, and as you can see, it looks like a panda. You know Panda, the bear from China? Yes, it looks something similar. It's got this oval lights, which actually are full LEDs with daytime running lights and have intelligent technology. Basically, when you focus the vehicle, it will be able to measure and actually turn as you turn the vehicle, so giving you very good illumination. I love the fact that they've thought about making this car very aerodynamic. The drag coefficient of this particular vehicle is about 0.26, allowing this car to slice through the wind like hot knife through butter. Fantastic, as you can see, clamshell bonnet. I like the fact that the bonnet is sloping downwards so that somebody can see where they are parking or where they're going. Fantastic thing. You have the ORA badge that's right here, and of course a color-coded bumper that also corresponds with the color. This color is fantastic. It looks like it's cream. It's just a different, unique vehicle. The chrome exits around the lights give this car some je ne sais quoi. Thank you very much. And of course, you have a lower lip that has that black skirting, giving this car that look and feel. And of course, some chrome to top it off with some fog lights to show that you are able to see the road quite easily. So how does the back and the side design correspond? Let's move to the side and have a look at this particular vehicle. So we move over to the side profile, and the first thing you notice is that clamshell bonnet. You can see the front fender right here is quite massive, and of course you do have the charging port, which when you just press it like that, it reveals two charging sockets. One is for AC charger, 11 watts, which is provided by the company, and of course you want a rapid fast charger to be able to charge the 48 kilowatt hour battery from 0 all the way to 100% in less than 50 minutes. And of course it's a 65 kilowatt hour charger. That is fantastic. So you're able to charge this particular vehicle quite easily. And of course the range, 310 kilometers, is fantastic. Basically, you're able to do town running for about 10 days, or if you're doing long distance from Nairobi to Awasi, then this ORA cat can do it. Of course, as you can see, the wheels are aluminium, and of course they are dressed in 215 by 50 by 18 rubbers. These look like they are Continentals. Actually a very nice brand. So basically the tires are good for grip because electric vehicles have a lot of torque, and of course they last longer because of our terrain. Now moving over to the passenger side, as you can see, very simple design, nothing too flashy. You can see the black excerpts along the window sills as well. And on the lower part, you do have this chrome, giving this car some je ne sais quoi. Large mirrors to ensure that you're able to see the vehicle surroundings quite easily. But in case you don't know how to use the mirrors, then you can rely on the 360-degree cameras that are on both wing mirrors, front and back, to give you an augmented reality where the vehicle is. You have a black door seal that runs across from the bumper all the way to the back, and of course the rear area as well. Very smooth lines, as you can see, not too many creases because aero efficiency is the name of the game. So let's move to the back and have a look at the design of this particular vehicle's rear end. So moving over to the back side, as you can see, all the design elements converge to form this smooth design of this ORA 03. I can tell you they've thought about every single thing. Look at this element. This is the rear spoiler. Matches all the way with the roof line, coming all the way to this area. You have a third stop brake light, another brake light as well, just to ensure that you see it properly when it brakes. You do have this on the rear panel, the ORA name emblazoned on this particular panel. You do have the word 03 and Great Wall Motors. Again, color-coded bumper, finished off with this particular black cladding that runs across from the front lip, side seal, all the way to the back, giving this car some je ne sais quoi. But how good is this particular vehicle? Let's move inside and have a look at the design phase of this ORA 03 electric hatchback. So you've seen from the walk around the design perspective of this particular vehicle, the ORA electric, courtesy of Great Wall Motors. It's got a retro funky design, and of course the question is, how good is the design from an interior perspective? We take a look at the inside. The first thing you notice is the amount of space. This is because of the Ford cab design that Great Wall have employed to ensure that everybody has plenty of space by placing the dashboard further away from the passengers. And as you can see here, I'm Big Boy Trev, I'm 6'1". There's plenty of head and leg room. But the highlight of this particular dashboard is this twin 10.25 multicolor display. It's dual color display. Left hand side is a multi-information display that houses the radio, Bluetooth, USB, and of course the mobile phone connection. On the right hand side is the instrument cluster that gives you all the vital information, including speed, range, on all the safety systems of this particular vehicle. Now, in terms of music, we've got a 6-speaker system. Actually, it's 8-speaker system that gives you absolute clarity and sound. Remember, you can actually stream your music courtesy of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, which comes as standard in this audio system. You can actually play music via Bluetooth. So you connect your phone and streams music via Bluetooth. USB music because there's a USB port supplied, and of course your mobile phone interaction. So there's plenty of things to do in this particular Ora electric SUV. In between the dashboard, you do have a trapezoidal design of the vents, which gives this car some je ne sais quoi, and it's finished off in stainless steel. So this car is very premium. In fact, much more premium than equivalent European models. I'm saying that because the Chinese give optional extra as standard across the range. Right below, you do have the climate control system to modulate the cabin condition, be it hot or cold. If you're in Limuru and you're feeling very cold, you can crank up the heat, and of course the air or AC does the job to keep the vehicle warm. If you're in Mombasa and it's piping hot, then you can cool down the vehicle with the ice cold AC. I love the fact that they've employed a retro style toggle switch design, which you probably find in a J20 fighter. For those who don't know, J20, it's a Chinese stealth fighter that actually competes with the likes of the F-22 Raptor and the F-35. So these airline style toggle switches are fantastic addition to the design of the Ora. Right below, you do have a charging pad electrical component system. You have 2 USB ports. One is to connect to the multi-information display, the other one is to charge your device, and the third socket is to power high devices, 12-volt socket. You have a wireless charging pad for your mobile phone, 2 cup holders, and of course you do have this particular gearbox console that has a rotary style design that allows you to toggle through park, reverse, neutral and drive, electronic park brake, and auto hold, which is very good during traffic. You have another wireless charging pad for your cell phone, as you can see here, and of course a key placeholder and a center console to hide your valuables in case you're in traffic. Now let's move over to the instrument binnacle. Again, crisp 10.25 color display that gives you all the vital information. The italics are large, so you're able to take a glance at the speed, the range of the vehicle, and of course the safety systems that comes as standard in this particular vehicle. On the steering wheel as well, you do have satellite buttons that are haptic feedback, the finish in piano black finish. So left hand side buttons are to control the multi-information display, the audio system. On the right hand side is adaptive cruise control and all the safety systems as you toggle through the menu of the instrument cluster. On the higher spec of this particular vehicle, you do have heads-up display standard, but also the quality and the equipment of this particular vehicle. I've just got the brochure here, and it says this particular vehicle is a 300 super luxury. It's got onboard portable AC charger, 18-inch alloy wheels, microfiber leather stitching, wireless charger, isofix anchors for your child seats, electronic stability control, lane change assist, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, lane central keeping assist, and of course emergency lane keeping. These are safety systems that comes as standard in this particular vehicle. European products do not have this as standard. They come as optional extra and cost you much more. You've got a 360-degree panoramic camera for parking, of course electrical, 6-way adjustable driver seats, dual instrument cluster, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, which is now standard in this particular vehicle. And of course auto headlights with electrical adjustable brightness to illuminate the road as you traverse a beautiful country of Kenya. Now, I am 6'1". The seats are very supportive. I love the fact that the lumbar support is good. You do have quilted leather design as well with contrast stitching, and you got suede and leather embroidered across board, so giving this car some premium feel. So in terms of premiumness, it's up there with the Germans or the Americans. But the question is, how big is the rear seating space? Let's move to the back and have a look at the Ora's rear seating capacity. So moving over to the back seat, I can now report authoritatively that there's so much space in this funky Ora. I can tell you the space is amazing. It feels like you're in a mid-size sedan. There's plenty of space. I think it's all about the packaging. But the seats are placed further behind the wheelbase to give you that illusion of space. And as you can see here, I'm very comfortable. I'm 6'1". This seat has been set to my position, and I can tell you, I'm still as comfortable as ever. And I love the fact that they're firm and supportive, and they've thought about making sure that everybody feels very comfortable. One thing about electric vehicle is space. Now, because you don't have a transmission tunnel, you do have a flat floor. So basically, all the 3 people can sit here quite comfortably, and actually you can have a long distance. But if you're only 2 people, you can toggle down this armrest, and you can have a very comfy vehicle, a 2-seater with cup holders that are revealed here, which makes it very good. I love the fact that the headrests are actually big enough to support your neck, and of course, in case of an emergency, they prevent whiplash from damaging your neck. And of course, in terms of safety, we do have 6 airbags as standard in this particular vehicle. So you have 2 at the front, 2 on the seats, and of course, we do have curtain airbags that run across from the front to the back to prevent injury of the head and thorax, which is necessary because anybody who's buying such a hatchback, a small family, or that's somebody who just loves to commute on an electric vehicle, would feel safe in the funky Ora. And I can tell it's got a 5-star safety rating by Euro NCAP and China NCAP. And of course, these people don't play. Great Wall have done a good job developing a vehicle that's safe enough for the family, comfortable, and full of technology. Speaking of technology, we also have a Type-C charging here. You can actually charge your devices here as well. I actually hope that there were 2, but it's only 1. But I guess you can share. Again, you do have space for your iPad with these airline style pockets, which are fantastic as well. And of course, we do also have space, some cubby holes on the doors. They put some water here or some bottles, just to make sure that this particular vehicle actually is as practical as it can be. One thing I love about it is the quilted leather. This quilted design is very premium, and I can tell you, if you have an equivalent European vehicle of this magnitude, it would be twice as expensive because of the optional extras. Most of these things are standard in this Ora electric hatchback, and kudos to Great Wall. They've done a fantastic job building a vehicle which is actually also suited for the Kenyan market. But being a practical vehicle, we need to find out how big the boot space is. Let's move to the boot and have a look at the carrying capacity of this Ora electric hatchback. Now, moving over to the luggage area, or we normally call it the boot, I can tell you for a fact that the Ora cart has plenty of space. So you touch this soft touch button to reveal, voila, plenty of space. So basically, the reason why the depth of this luggage space is not as deep is because of the battery that runs across from the back seat to the rear. So you have about 200 liters of boot space with the seats up. But if you need more space, then you can actually touch the seats right here, toggle down the seats to reveal space of about 400 liters. And of course, you have this boot lip as well. The scarf right here is to prevent scratching of the body, and I think they've done a fantastic job packaging this product. Despite it being an electric vehicle, there's still plenty of space. If you need to carry your nyanyas, your waros, you probably do about 450 to 500 liters with the seats down. But if you're only carrying some stuff here, then you do also have capacity to carry. An electrical charger is supplied as standard as well. And if you pull the seat up as well, you can see the charger, the first aid board kicks, and of course, this is a tire repair kit that comes as standard in this funky Ora cart. So practical if you're looking for a vehicle that can carry, your groceries, your nyanyas, your vitungus, then this makes sense for you. And of course, if you need even more space, you can put the seats down, and of course, are able to carry quite a lot when it comes to carrying capacity of this Ora. But I know people are wondering, how is the performance of this particular vehicle? Let's hit the road and find out whether the Ora has what it takes to electrify your heart. Follow me. So ladies and gentlemen, today on Big Boy Trev, we are very privileged to be in the presence of Klein Motors Ora 03 electric hatchback, and I can tell you they've done a lot of good things to make sure this is your next electric vehicle. I've sung this story many times. I had a chance to actually go to their headquarters in Baoding, China, just outside Beijing, and I can tell you they were working on research and development for the next generation of electric cars, and the result is this particular Ora 03. So What are the DNA, the main ingredients of this particular vehicle? We start with the propulsion unit. It's an electric vehicle. The battery density for this particular vehicle is 48 kilowatt hours, and of course that gives you a range of roughly 310 kilometers, depending on how heavy your foot is. So if you put your foot down, it will give you, so that 310 kilometers will give you a maximum power output of roughly, I can tell you, 126 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque, which is very important because that is the power output of a standard, say, 2 liter or averagely thereabouts, which when you put your foot down, instantaneous torque that is sent to the front wheels courtesy of a 1-speed transfer case, allowing you to put the power down and of course return, you don't call it fuel efficiency, an economy of the battery of 16 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is very good. I mean, it's fantastic. Now, obviously, the chassis is modular chassis courtesy of Great Wall Motors. There are other electric vehicles that are coming to the country, so this is the first one. So the modular chassis allows the chassis to be very stiff because batteries are heavy, and of course still gives you good driving dynamics, which is very important in this day and age when you do have a vehicle of this nature. It's a hatchback. It's supposed to be feeling sporty and still very, very practical. The suspension as well, it is a McPherson strut at the front, and at the rear it actually has independent suspension, which allows this car to move very easily on tarmac. And of course, Kenya being a country that has very rough severity levels of the road, it has a rough road package where suspension is slightly tougher to give you good comfort at any given time and place. Let's talk about safety. Safety is a critical aspect of this particular product. You have a mixture of active and passive safety features that allows this particular vehicle to ensure that you are safe. Active front, you do have stability program, traction control, then you do have the driver aids, emergency autonomous braking, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, lane center keep assist, and many of those acronyms. And of course, in case all hell breaks loose, then you can rely on the multiple airbags, just 6 in number. Then of course you also have crumple zones that protect you and family from harm's way by dissipating impact energy away from the cabin into the harder areas where the chassis is. And of course, it's 5-star safety rated by Euro NCAP, and of course the Chinese NCAP and Australia. So it's quite safe for you and your family to be able to enjoy and have peace of mind while in the Great Wall Motors ORA electric vehicle. That said, I think it's important for you to understand that this particular vehicle drives very well. The suspension soaks up all the imperfections. The steering is sharp. You can tell where the nose is pointing at any given time, and of course absorb all the road imperfections. But I know you're wondering, what is the cost of ownership? Let's move to our value for money analysis, as we call it, the Kirinyaga Road analysis, where we tell you how much it costs to own the vehicle, and the longevity, warranties, etc. So stay tuned only on Cars with Big Boy Trev. So that has been the review of the Great Wall Motors ORA 03 electric hatchback. Funky, contemporary, stylish, practical. But the biggest question is, will this be your next electric hatchback? We start with the pricing on our Kirinyaga Road analysis. The price. This particular vehicle is sold and serviced by Haval Kenya, which is part of the Crown Motors Group, and the pricing is 5.9 million Kenya shillings. Not Uganda, not Tanzania shilling, not Zimbabwe dollars, Kenya shilling. It comes with the 8-year electric battery warranty, which allows you to have peace of mind when you own this particular vehicle. Plus, you can rely on Crown Motors' extensive network across the country to maintain this electric ORA 03. Now, I know you're wondering the dynamics, the maintenance cost. This section is very important for you, so take a quick listen at what I'm about to say. So the cost of charging this particular vehicle, the battery density is 48 kilowatt hours. Okay, Kenya Power will probably sell you at an average of about 20 shillings per kilowatt hour. So the total cost of charging this 48 kilowatt hour battery is 48 times 20. This is going to give you exactly 960 Kenya shillings for a range of 310 kilometers. That is massive saving. So how does it measure up with an internal combustion vehicle of similar size and capacity. So this particular vehicle probably come with a 1.5 liter engine, naturally aspirated. It's going to do roughly about 6 liters per 100 kilometers. So 300 kilometers is going to be 18 liters. All right, let's carry on. Still running. So how does it correspond with a similar sized vehicle with an internal combustion engine? So the average fuel consumption of a hatchback is roughly about 6 liters per 100 kilometers. So if you want to cover 300 kilometers with an internal combustion engine, you multiply 6 liters, multiply by 3, that's 18 liters. Now 18 liters multiplied by 180 gives you 32, how much? 3240, so it's roughly about 3,300 Kenya shillings. So 3,300 Kenya shillings vis-a-vis 960, you're saving close to 2,200 bob or thereabout. That is massive saving over 300 kilometers. I mean, what more do you expect? Electric vehicles are actually quite easy to maintain, less moving parts, service is done by annually, and of course, with that, gives this car longevity. So the biggest question is, based on our Kirinyaga road analysis, would you pick this particular Great Wall Motors ORA 03 or your standard hatchback? Send us your thoughts as seen on the social media handles below. We'll get back to you the feedback next week. Signing out, this is Big Boy Trev on behalf of the production crew and NTV. See you next week and drive safe.